Hello, everyone. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, Executive Life Coach and Master Hypnotist. And today we want to talk about grief processing and how much it actually encompasses. What is grief processing for?
Well, first thing you want to do is have an understanding for what grief is. Grief is actually it's the series of emotions that comes from loss. Now, we're mostly going to experience that are associated with death, loss or death of a loved one. Really, not even so much, just the death. We want to use that word loss a little bit better because it's not just loss of the person, it's loss of the future you expected to see with that person. So you're going to have a whole bunch of subconscious programs and drivers in your mind of your life with this person moving forward. It's just there. You're not fantasizing about it, you're not thinking about it, but it is already programmed and it's expected. Now, when that gets disrupted because of this loss, it is destructive to how the mind works. It goes into the what we call the 5 stages of grief. And we'll put a little chart up here so you can see a visual. 5 stages of grief: anger, depression, denial, bargaining, and then, as I say, those 4 take you to the promised land known as acceptance. Now, everyone's going to go through these different stages in their own time and in their own way. Largely what I see is people are going to go through them pretty much all at the same time. You're going to go through those first 4 together. And then as you can work through your life based on your personality trait, your character, makeup, and all that, you're going to start to lose 1 or 2 of them at a time until you get left with one that's going to linger for a bit, and then that one will finally fade. That's a grief process. We want to think about loss, though. We've known people, I've treated and worked with many, many people they didn't know they were in grief. They come to me saying, I have depression and anxiety and I don't know what to do about it. Well, we trace it back, 10 years ago, they got a divorce. Well, divorce is loss. It's loss of that lifestyle that you had, loss of that relationship. Even if it was a negative or a bad one, it doesn't matter. It's still a huge change and disruption to your life, a loss of what you were expecting to happen from that. So you can go into grief over a divorce, go into grief over getting fired or laid off from your job, or having to close your business because it just wasn't working out, or any number of things.
Falling out with a best friend.
Yes, thank you. Falling out with a best friend, or pretty much even anything that you're really expecting and it just doesn't work out the way you want. Like, let's say you're maybe some kind of athlete, and you're having the championship title is on the line, and everyone's expecting to win. Guess what? There's only going to be one winner. Everyone else is going to not win. I don't like to say, loser, but we're going to say other people are going to not win. Well, every one of those people who did not win, are going to go through their own special form of grief because of that loss. They just lost that event. So that's going to go through, guess what? Depression. They're really sad. Oh, man, it's so bad. I feel so terrible that this happened. You're going to have the anger. Damn it, man, this is bullshit. Then the really tricky ones are going to be denial and bargaining. Denial. I can't believe that happened. That's the form of denial. Saying to yourself, I can't believe we didn't win that. I can't believe we didn't win. Denial. Bargaining. Well, maybe if we had trained harder, or maybe if I had done this, or maybe if there was a different coach, or maybe if there was a different referee or a different judge. Okay, see, that's bargaining with it. You're going to struggle with those 4 on your way to what we call that promised land of acceptance, where you finally get to a place where you go, oh, okay, that's just the way it is. But there's still probably going to be residual you'll take with you for a long time, but it's more manageable. So any kind of loss, whatever that loss might be, you can almost expect it to trigger a grief response.
Would you like to learn more about your emotions and how to control them? Call us today.